Don't let 2026 be wasted. 3 months have already passed, and for many people, the excitement of New Year goals is already fading. That motivation you had in January slowly disappears, routines fall apart, and suddenly the year starts looking exactly like the last one. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you want 2026 to actually be different, you don't need more motivation, you need better habits. And in this video, I'm going to show you 6 hobbies that can completely change the direction of your life this year. 2 physical hobbies, 2 mental hobbies, and 2 financial hobbies. These are simple things anyone can start today, but if you stay consistent with them, they can make you stronger, smarter, and more valuable by the time this year ends. Let's start with the first physical hobby that can completely change your confidence: martial arts or self-defense training. Now, before you think this means joining some intense fighting gym, that's not what I'm saying. The real benefit of martial arts isn't about fighting people, it's about confidence and discipline. Imagine walking into any situation knowing that if something ever goes wrong, you have the ability to protect yourself. That kind of confidence changes the way you carry yourself. Your posture improves, your awareness increases, and people can feel that energy. The best part is, you don't even need a gym immediately. You can start tonight. Open YouTube and search for boxing basics or beginner self-defense. Learn how to throw a jab, practice your stance, work on foot movement, and shadow box in your room. It might feel awkward at first, but over time it becomes fun. It becomes a challenge, and slowly you start feeling stronger, not just physically, but mentally as well. Now let's talk about the second physical hobby: gym training or calisthenics. Think about this for a moment. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through your entire life. Every dream you have, every goal you chase, every place you go, it all depends on this one body. So why do most people treat it like an old car with flat tires and no maintenance? The good news is you don't need an extreme workout plan to start improving your body. Simple exercises done consistently can completely transform your strength and energy levels. Push-ups, squats, pull-ups, planks. These are basic movements, but incredibly powerful when you do them regularly. And the best part is, you don't even need a gym membership. You can do them at home or in a park. But if you do have access to a gym, even better. The progress you start seeing will motivate you to keep going. Once your body begins to change, something interesting happens. Your mind changes too. You become more disciplined, more focused, and more confident in everything you do. Now let's move into the mental hobbies, because your mindset is just as important as your physical strength. The first mental hobby is reading books or listening to podcasts. Most people spend hours scrolling through social media every day, consuming content that disappears from their mind within minutes. But imagine if you replaced even 20 minutes of that scrolling with learning something useful. What if one book could completely shift the way you think about success, money, relationships, or discipline? The truth is, you are often just one good idea away from leveling up your life, and books and podcasts are full of those ideas. If reading feels difficult at first, start with audiobooks or podcasts. Listen while you cook, while you clean, while you drive, or even while you work out. Instead of scrolling for dopamine, start scrolling for wisdom. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. Your thinking becomes clearer, your conversations become smarter, and your perspective on life begins to expand. Now, the second mental hobby might sound simple, but it's extremely powerful: mindful walking. In today's world, people are almost never alone with their thoughts. The moment silence appears, we reach for our phones. We scroll, watch, listen, and distract ourselves constantly. But sometimes the best ideas come when you remove all that noise. Try this challenge. Go outside for a walk and leave your phone at home. No music, no notifications, just you and your thoughts. At first, it might feel strange, but after a few minutes, your mind starts to slow down. You begin noticing things around you: your breathing, the environment, small details you usually ignore. Treat it like a mission in a video game where your objective is simply to observe. Many successful people say their best ideas came during quiet walks, where they allowed their minds to wander freely. Walking clears mental clutter, reduces stress,
and gives you space to think creatively. Sometimes the answers you're searching for appear when you finally give your mind the silence it needs. Now, let's talk about something that many people ignore until it's too late: financial hobbies. The first one is learning how money actually works. Not gambling, not chasing hype, but understanding the basics of investing. Most people work hard for money, but never learn how to make money work for them. Spend just 10 minutes a day learning simple financial concepts. What is compound interest? What are index funds? Why do long-term investors often outperform people who try to trade every day? These concepts might sound complicated, but once you start learning them, they become surprisingly simple. And again, the internet makes this easier than ever. There are thousands of beginner-friendly videos that explain investing step by step. The earlier you understand these principles, the more time your money has to grow. And in the future, people who understand money will have a massive advantage over those who ignore it. Finally, we arrive at the most important hobby of all: learning a skill that can make you money. This is where your future freedom really begins. Saving money is good, but saving alone rarely creates wealth. Wealth usually comes from becoming valuable. When you have a skill that solves problems for other people, you become someone the market needs. And the amazing thing is, there are so many valuable skills you can start learning right now: video editing, graphic design, copywriting, digital marketing, coding, sales, or even starting a small online business. At the beginning, it might just feel like a hobby. You spend 30 minutes a day practicing, experimenting, improving. But slowly, that hobby can turn into a side income. That side income can grow into something bigger, and before you realize it, you've created opportunities that didn't exist before. The reason most people avoid this step is simple: it requires effort and patience. Results don't happen overnight. But remember something important: 3 months of 2026 have already passed. The question now is what you will do with the remaining months. If you start one valuable skill today and stay consistent for the rest of the year, imagine how much progress you could make by December. That one decision could completely change your financial future. So here's the summary. If you don't want 2026 to look like every other year, start building these 6 hobbies right now: martial arts for confidence, strength training for your body, reading or podcasts for your mindset, mindful walking for mental clarity, learning investing for financial knowledge, and developing a high-value skill that can eventually make you money. These hobbies may look small when you start, but over time they compound into massive change. And remember this: most people let the year control them. They wait for motivation, they procrastinate, and they keep repeating the same routines. But a small group of people decides to use the year intentionally. They build habits that push them forward every single day. The difference between those two groups becomes very clear by the end of the year. So don't let 2026 slip away. Start one of these hobbies today, even if it's just for a few minutes. Small steps taken consistently can completely transform your life.